Shubhankar Pandit Rao from LD College of Engineering in Hyderabad. Okay, this topic is electric vehicles, a real solution to pollution or just hype? Take it away.
Greetings everyone. Now, the talk of the town is about Ola electric scooters. Most of these scooters are having and facing battery issues. So let's begin with the topic. This topic must be assessed in the way of life cycle assessment. A simple electric vehicle consists of a battery. Now let's discuss what are the essential components of a battery. The essential components of a battery, the most important component of the battery is lithium. And unfortunately, India has scarce resources of lithium. And if India doesn't have it, it has to transport it from countries like China, Taiwan. So the transportation cost, the cost of mining and the cost of procuring, all these are added costs. Above that, these are not really the costs. These are the costs that we are paying that occur because of that results into air pollution. Because unfortunately, the environmental and sustainable standards of China might not match to those of India. The second irony of this topic is, unfortunately, the energy that is required to charge those electric scooters, electric cars, comes from most places, it comes from coal power stations. Now that in itself is an irony, because when we are promoting sustainable standards, why are we using the very source of energy that is the most polluting in the entire world? But this doesn't mean that electric vehicles at this moment are just a drawdown. At this moment there might be a hype, but let's see its advantages and why they will be necessary in the very near future to combat the real issues of pollution. Now I would like to all of you to make a comparison. When initially the buses used to go around you, you used to hear a noise as if a plane was landing on the roads. But today, when the Ahmedabad BRTS buses goes down from you, you can rarely hear a noise. So it produces noise pollution. And the second most important thing is what we call as carbon dioxide emissions and carbon monoxide emissions that are emitting from those cars will drastically drown out. Today the biggest problem in the national capital of this country is of carbon dioxide. And all these issues can be solved if electric vehicles are adopted. In the end, at this moment, electric vehicles might be a hype. But everything, at least for this generation that is being introduced at such an initial phase, is a hype. But later on, with proper market saturation, it will turn out to be one of the best solutions for solving the ultimate problem of pollution. But for at least now, we must use biogas or CNG vehicles that are the best option. And all of these situations will lead to a proper environment where we can breathe good air. Thank you.
Can you tell me what are the two main challenges why you think the electric vehicles are not as popular or as widespread as they ought to be?
The first biggest challenge is that the way Indian drivers are accommodated to their vehicles. You know, for a single scooty, we are using it for the past 10 to 9 years. Unfortunately, at this point of technological curve, we are not adapted to electric vehicles that can run for the next 9 to 10 years. And the second biggest problem is, our vehicles generally carry an immense amount of weight. If you have seen, take a general example of our Activa or the TVS scooters, they carry an immense amount of weight, and that is not possible at this stage because of technological problems. Because if you have batteries in your scooters and electric vehicles, it becomes difficult to carry that excessive amount of weight.
I am totally impressed with how impassioned you are about the environment. And let's have your scores, please. All right. Thank you, Shubhankar. I would now